November 10th.
Yep.
So we're talking about Marsha Blackburn's unbelievable response to another horrific shooting. Marsha Blackburn, she's a woman senator from Tennessee, and she's one of the worst. Well, here's what we know about the shooting. So what happened was a gunman opened fire at the Borderline Bar and Grill in Thousand Oaks, California, which is, I think they brag, it's the safest neighborhood in the world or in the country. That was late Wednesday. Eyewitnesses said the man fired at people in a packed bar during a college night. The gunman, the shooter, identified as a 28-year-old former Marine, Ian David Long, is dead, police said. The victim, 12 people were killed, including a Ventura County Sheriff's deputy, and at least a dozen people were injured. Boy, it's just a tragedy. It's just a tragedy all the way around. That guy was, the soldier was sent to fight in these ridiculous wars. He was in Afghanistan during the bloodiest and deadliest time of Afghanistan. He was there. For Americans anyway. God. Anyway, so anything to say about
and he had serious PTSD
Yes.
that was never properly dealt with.
Right. Yeah, again, we don't take care of our soldiers. We don't take care of anybody in this country anymore. Nobody gets taken care of. So they asked Marsha Blackburn, who's the new... This is really something. So she goes on, and she's a senator from Tennessee, and she goes on and says this.
You bring up the shooting. This gunman was 29 years old. He drove his mother's car to this bar before he walked in and opened fire, killing 12, including the sergeant who charged in to try to protect those college students, many of these college students, young people. As a senator-elect now, I mean, what can we do? This was the deadliest shooting that we've seen in this country since Parkland. I mean, what do we do?
Yeah. What we do is say, how do we make certain that we protect the Second Amendment and protect our citizens?
So apparently now that the election's over, she's not even going to fake it anymore. The first thing she says is, we got to protect those innocent guns and bullets. That's what we got to do. Thoughts and prayers for all the gun store inventory across the country. Am I right? That's a real answer she just gave. That's like, you can't parody these people anymore. Like, that's what is Saturday Night Live going to do that's crazier than what she just said? I don't know. Let's, does she say it's not a gun issue?
We've always done that in this country. Mental health issues need to be addressed. And of course, Sandra.
Yeah, they need to be addressed. And let me tell you something. I am never going to address them. Mental health issues, it's not a gun issue. It's a mental health issue. And neither of those issues are we going to ever address. You know what addresses that mental health issue? Medicare for all. That's how you address mental health issues, Medicare for all.
Well, I like how she said we're gonna protect the Second Amendment and protect the citizens. We've always done that in this country. You've done one of those two things. In this country.
Yeah.
You protected one of the one you mentioned first, which shows where your priorities are.
And you know what? Nobody seems in our government to discuss peace. Nobody's talking about peace.
Nobody. You mean ending the wars?
No.
Is that what you mean? No, no one's talking about that ever. Let's just for the record, things worth protecting. An amendment written years ago when weapons were completely different and we were worried about invasions. Things not worth protecting, children at school.
Yeah.
Let's see what else she has to say.
You know,
That's it. Okay. Do you want to hear her say it again? Because I kind of do.
You bring up the shooting. This gunman was 29 years old. He drove his mother's car to this bar before he walked in and opened fire, killing 12, including the sergeant who charged in to try to protect those college students, many of these college students, young people. As a senator-elect now, I mean, what can we do? This was the deadliest shooting that we've seen in this country since Parkland. I mean, what do we do?
Yeah. What we do is say, how do we make certain that we protect the Second Amendment and protect our citizens? We've always done that in this country. Mental health issues need to be addressed. And of course, Sandra, as you know,
As you know, we've done absolutely nothing to ever address the concerns or the plight of the regular working man or woman in our country, and they will no longer ever be able to afford health care, and we're not going to give them mental health care either, and we're certainly not going to take care of our military. And isn't this Monday? Isn't it Veterans Day? You know, and it's like, how do we honor our veterans? How do we care for them? How do we care for them and their families? Everybody salutes the flag at a football game.
And we say thoughts and prayers when something goes wrong.
Yeah. Oh, and we wear American flags on lapels.
On lapels. Mm-hmm. We still do that. 17 years later, still doing the flag on the lapel. Okay. There really needs to be a revolution in this country. And it's coming hooker by crook. You know, what did John F. Kennedy say? Those who make peaceful revolution impossible make violent revolution inevitable. I mean, we live in an oligarchy. We all know that. And everyone pretends like voting matters. I mean, it doesn't matter. The majority of people want things in America. We're not getting them. Things other countries have. Medicare for all, free college, a living wage. We just ain't getting them. They have infrastructure in other countries. We're not doing that here. Where's that bullet train Obama was promising to build? Remember, they got $25 billion. They're going to build a bullet train in 2009. Where is it?
That they didn't get to that part of the all the above approach. It was just there was too much above.
Yeah,
they just didn't get to that one. They got to the drilling part and then tapped out.
It's really messed up right now what's happening in this country, and it seems untenable. It seems when the richest country in the world makes 80% of its workers live paycheck to paycheck without guaranteed health care. Okay. Our next live Jimmy Dore show is February 1st in Burbank, California. Go to jimmydorecomedy.com for a list of all our live shows, and please become a premium member if you can. Become a patron. It's the way we support this show because they're coming at us, and we give you bonus. We give you hours of bonus material every week. Check it out. Become a patron. And if you can, make sure you're still subscribed. They unsubscribe people every day. I know it sounds crazy. It only takes a second. Please make sure and click that bell when you subscribe so they'll send you a notice